Hey y'all, I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'll be showing you how I do a braid out using the Doux. It's actually kind of funny because by the time this video comes out, my review of Briogeo will have come out, and this video is actually done after I washed my hair using the full Briogeo line. Just a fair warning, this video might be a talk through video. It might be a bit talkier than y'all are used to me being. If that is not your thing, you can definitely mute the video and just carry along. However, I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I have been for the past, year, 2 years? I don't know how long it's been. By the time these videos are up, I would have completed my first year of grad school. Whoop whoop, praise the Lord, only by the grace of God. Pivoting back to the video, as you can see, I am braiding my hair. I have been so afraid to do a braid out, y'all. When I would do a braid out in the past, braid my hair, take it undone, it would still be wet. This time I learned my lesson. Let them little Felicia braids marinate at least, and I mean at least, 2 days. As y'all can also see, I learned my lesson to not braid all the way down the ends of my hair because it will mess up your little braid. The end be looking real straggly if you braid all the way down and then have trouble trying to undo that little teeny tiny, big as a tip of a pin braid. So once you get about 1 inch down your hair, go ahead on, combine 2 of your little small sections, because everybody like to say, oh, make sure your sections are even, yada yada, whoop de whoop. It's hard to do that. It really is, especially when you can't see the back of your head. Go ahead on, combine them 2 little sections, because I know y'all got them, and just twist that hair right on up. You will thank me later when you go to take it down. As well, I want to point out, I do not put flexi rods or anything like that at the end of my braid. I see a lot of braid out tutorials where people go ahead on and braid about 2 inches of their hair, and then the other 6 inches is a flexi rod. That's not for real a braid out to me. A braid out is when you braid the entire length of your hair. As y'all can see, I'm just speeding up the process. I'm keeping all of this footage because I want to be as detailed as possible. You know, I want this to be as detailed as possible. I want people to get their braid outs right. I've been coming across a lot of things on the internet, especially TikTok, about people not really knowing how to style their hair. Hair is definitely trial and error. We all have different hair types, hair textures, hair porosities, and if you don't believe in all of that, if your hair looks even similar to mine, you could potentially expect results like mine. I will say, I don't know my hair density. I do not know if it's thick or fine. I feel like when I go to put my hair in mini twists, little things like that, I got about 2 1/4 scoops of hair on my head. So twist outs, braid outs that end up about 5 days old and a big puff are my best friend. Definitely my best friend. I think my hair just might be fine, maybe medium to average density. I really do not know. But anywho, as y'all can see, I'm just roughly parting my hair, trying to get it together to braid it. I mixed the Mousse and the texture Tamer leave-in conditioner together. I was real scared to do that. I've never done that before. I'm doing it. Trial and error. We gonna see what happens, because I know in the past I have mixed 2 products and it create white flakes. It don't dry. My hair be hard. Whoop-de-whoop, yada yada. This time it actually worked out. You see I have a lot of extra product on my hair. I think what I'm gonna do when I'm finished with that braid is slide my fingers down it to get that extra product and just put it on the next section of hair, because sometimes extra product can start to flake. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, trial and error. And you see, I twirled it around, made my little twist at the end, and we go into the next section. Right here, look like I may have about 2 to 3 more braids. I'm not really sure. Another thing that I want to point out, make sure you braid your hair in the direction in which you want it to lie down. I put my 2 braids to the front because I like to have a little bang. I got my braids at the crown. I love a middle part to shield my forehead. I got a big forehead. I like to have a little bang. Alright, so I finished braiding my hair. As you can see, I have 14 braids on this side, 14 braids on that side for 28 braids total. They are a bit bigger at the top. But yeah, so I'm going to let these set for a few days, definitely, and then come back and show the takedown. And hopefully I will be able to show how the braid out looks across the span of a few days. All right, so I'm back. So as y'all can see, I'm going ahead on and taking down my hair. I am using that strengthening oil from the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair line. I really enjoyed this oil. It was very lightweight. I don't know if it's like a bond repair oil or something like that. I truly cannot remember, but I want to say for the entirety of this braid out, maybe every other day or every third day, I did put some of this oil on my hair. It was very lightweight. It did not leave it greasy. I do felt as though it softened my hair. It is lighter than the Olaplex little yellow oil, as well as the Shea Moisture Bond oil. But then again, I could be comparing apples to oranges. I truly do not remember what exactly that oil was supposed to do. As you can see, I've started taking my braids out. Look how that braid is coming out. I'm having a little trouble right there. We ain't gonna pay attention to that though. At first, when I was taking it down, it came out easy. Why? Because I put a little twist on the end. That little twist, that's what helped me. Right here, I just cannot maneuver with nails. I had gotten my nails done because I was feeling, kind of depressed, like I needed to do something for myself. So I got my nails done. Deep sigh, y'all. Every time I get my nails done, something goes bad. I'm a press-on girl. I love acrylics, I really do, but I have not found a place to do acrylics in which my nails don't end up raggedy, scraggly, unhealthy in the end. My nails get so thin and feel so weak and fragile after I have acrylics. The time before this, when I had acrylics, I developed a nail fungus because I guess the acrylics were not put on correctly. My nail was thinned down too much and water was getting trapped under my nails. Or maybe, it was the tools that they use. Maybe it was unsanitary. I really do not know. So after that, I stopped getting acrylics, but I got acrylics for this time. And I also got my toes done. I got gel polish on my toes. I got a French tip. Y'all, tell me why the French white part of my French tip peeled off. The gel polish peeled off, like the white layer. I was so outdone, y'all. I have not gotten my nails or toes done since this right here. And this was probably January, February. Actually January. I don't think I had those acrylics on long. They weren't even truly sturdy. I think I popped them off myself. Or maybe this was after Valentine's Day. Maybe this was March-ish. I'm not too sure. But I have not gotten acrylics or any type of nail aside from press-on since then. Fast forward a bit. I am down to the wire, y'all. Taking down a braid out is just so tedious, and I think that's also a reason why I don't do them too often. I mean, they look good, they last long. I do find that they last a bit longer than a normal twist out, but it is a lot of work. I like the results, but it is a lot of work. Y'all, I was wrong. I did not see that I have 2 more to undo on the other side of my head. Lord have mercy, Jesus. And just like that, y'all, we are done undoing that braid out. Free at last. Free at last. Oh, Lord. We are free at last. Because good googly moogly. But I mean, honestly, truly, the proof is in the pudding. I've done so many reviews on the Doux. I've used the Doux daily life multiple times. The definition, the body, the shake. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as I said. So right here, I'm going ahead on and just stretching my hair because I took it down. I did not have anywhere to go in preparation for having somewhere to go. So to stretch my hair, even when I do a wash and go, a twist out, anything like that, I do use satin scrunchies and I put it at the base of my hair to kind of stretch it. As you can see, I did not do them. I didn't wrap them too much right here. I didn't do it, too tight because it is so fresh. I want my hair to naturally expand and kind of, get old and get lived in on its own. And then also sometimes those satin scrunchies just make a dent in your hair and I just don't want to, have to deal with that. So here I'm just fluffing my hair out. I got a little bit more of that strengthening oil, doing a little bit more separation, but not too much to compromise the curl. Here you have it, my day 2 hair. As you can see, it is bigger. You know, we haven't compromised that zigzag from the braid out or the curl, whatever you want to call it. But however, I didn't want to leave any chunks in there. Now, at this point, I'd forgotten what day it was from this footage. This might not have been day 3. This might have actually been day 4 or 5 or something. I'm really not sure. But once again, putting a little bit of oil on to kind of separate my hair. You know, get the dents out from using the satin scrunchies to stretch it. And overall just fluffing it out, you know, shaping it and making it look how I would like it to look. Getting it to lay the way that I want it to lay, making sure that the curls are not stuck to each other and all of that. And I think I am going to turn around and show you guys how my hair looks from the side and from the back. But all in all, I really loved that combination from the Doux. I did not have any flaking and my hair was very moisturized and it was not dry for the entirety that I wore it. See y'all in the next video. Bye.